Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascender. Today, we're taking a look at this medieval townhouse that I built using the castles, keeps, and forts architecture mod that has just been released for ASA. If you don't know, this used to be a very big and popular mod for ASE, and now it's finally released on ASA as well, giving us a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of different building structures that are amazing if you want to build anything medieval themed, from a little settlement village to a town to even a castle, keep, or fort, as the name suggests, and it is absolutely fabulous. So it only just released. You might have seen the recent mod spotlight. It currently has 3 different tiers: the settler tier, which is mostly wood; we have the village tier, which you can make some really cool and iconic village buildings with, and then the keep tier, which is all these stone structures that are perfect for your keeps and castles. Now, you can actually use and install this mod for free. You'll be able to use at least the first 2 tiers, so the settler tier and the village tier. And the keep tier, if you want to unlock that, you will have to upgrade to the premium version. But in my opinion, it's well worth it. There's a lot in this mod. There's over 500 different pieces already to work with, and a lot more coming along as well. So in my opinion, it's well worth supporting a mod maker to be able to do all this, especially since I love building, so I will definitely enjoy this a lot. Of course, this is very personal. You might not be able to buy it right away, or you're just a little bit more on the edge. At least you can try it out for free and already try a lot of the structures and see if you like them before deciding whether or not you want to upgrade to the full premium version. In my first attempt to build with this mod, I actually used all 3 different tiers of this mod. The settler tier and some of the side building, the wooden panels on that layer, as well as some of the details around the build. Then a lot of the higher part of the building is, of course, the village structure set, as you can see by those lovely walls and windows that are all around, and as well the beautiful roofs. They look really good. There's a lot of options to really get some nice shapes in there. And then of course we got all these stone structures at the bottom from the keep tier as well. And there's so much in here with cool lanterns for your streets. There's even water wheels and windmills and so much more. I also used a little bit of the JVH landscaping and garden mods just to add a little bit more details and some greenery to this build, and I'm building this all on the new DLC map Estrellas. Here we go. This is my medieval townhouse right here. If you're wondering what this location is, maybe you want to check this one out for yourself and build here. It's a beautiful autumn region, and it's located right here on the map, all the way in the top left corner. But yeah, we got a nice big river, and we got my first build here, and I went a little bit crazy on this one. I did this on the live stream, building this first structure, combining all 3 tiers. As I said, we got these lovely keep structures that are very cool, very high details, and love this little lantern on the street as well. We got these 3 different doors, well, 2 different doors actually, but 3 arches with these cool keep gates as well. And then just all these little details, which I really love. The way you have all these different curves, you have a lot of different windows, plethora of different walls. There's so many walls to choose from. It's actually a little bit difficult to begin with, but they look really nice. Oh, these planters are from the Klingers Rustic mod. I just wanted to have you know, potentially some flowers or some plants growing along my windows, and now I can. But yeah, this, I really like the way this turned out. Of course, I also used a bunch of JVH plants to kind of spruce this up a little bit, add a lot of greenery, make it a little bit more overgrown, especially this corner. And I'm really happy with the way that turned out. All these vines and different things growing on the side. I think it just adds a lot of life to it. And I kind of just Googled some medieval concept art, and I saw this building. I was like, yeah, let me try to do something like that. And I think it turned out pretty nice, but the overgrown vibe definitely adds a lot of character to the building. And yeah, there's so many different pieces because you have all these lovely window pieces. I like how much of the curve structures there are, but also these round windows are absolutely fabulous. There's all these cool things to use. You've got rakes for the roofs, you've got little eaves for the roofs to kind of create these nice little effects. You've got the different slopes. You have the steeper one, you have the normal one, and you have the shallower one, the more like the ramp style. So you can really get some really nice curves into your builds without any difficulty, which is definitely really, really nice. And then we have this side of the building, which is slightly different as well. Yeah, I just really like the way this turned out. And this is going to be the start, by the way, of a new series where I'm going to use this mod to build kind of like a little town here along the river. Hopefully we can get a few buildings in before Ragnarok drops. But yeah, well, Ragnarok will definitely be using this because this feels perfectly made for Ragnarok, to be honest. And then here on this side we have the first tier, the settler tier with this wood, which already looks really, really cool. Definitely nice for like a little settlement or like little sheds and stuff like that. And then the village tier is everything up here, which is really, really cool. And you can see the overgrown look, but I really like the way that kind of adds a lot of character to this build. All these different windows as well, and we even have a little clock that shows the exact time that it is at your location, or I guess the server's location. I don't know if it's like personal to me or to the server. For me that's the same, but that might not always be the same, of course. And yeah, kind of like this first attempt at a build. Not gonna lie, it's kind of complicated because there's so many different building pieces to use, and more are coming, but it's such a joy. And yeah, I'm really quite happy with the way this one turned out. I don't think it's half bad for a first attempt. I'm definitely keen to get some more practice under the belt with this mod and build more and more. But yeah, it should be fun. We have this little addition here at the back too. We don't really have any interior yet, but at least we have a really cool build on the outside. I'm kind of waiting for the medieval deco mod that Aaron Longstaff is working on to release. There is some deco in this mod, but I kind of just want to have all the options before we start doing decorations. But yeah, this corner, you know, this little view of the building, I absolutely love the way this turned out. And yeah, can't wait to be building more. I'll be doing more live streams for sure to show off all these builds and learn together. This is kind of the cellar, which also could kind of function as some kind of dino pen, I suppose, because definitely some space in here. And then now there's just a teleporter here, so I can easily teleport to my different building projects. But yeah, then we have this gate at the back, which actually lets us into the main building. These lovely big windows with the beautiful forest view. And then we get into the first layer, which could kind of be like your main storage and crafting region. I think there's a bunch of lovely windows for the views out and about, which is always really nice, of course. And then we have the small balcony right at front so that we can look out over the river itself. And then of course we have the bigger balcony here to the side so we can enjoy these views as well. I so love these autumn biome trees here, all the trails. It's absolutely amazing. And we have all sorts of cozy little corners everywhere. And then we already have the staircase up to the next layer, which is, well, the main top. We have a little balcony here at the back, again, to enjoy the views. And I just love the way this all looks, and all of these structures. You actually also have a way up into the tower as well. Not very functional actually up there, but you know, you wanna make sure that you connect all of the structures. And yeah, I'm definitely quite happy with the way this all turned out. I think it's a really cool mod. If you know it, you'll probably already enjoy it, and you'll be hyped for it to be in Ascended as well. And if you don't know it, but you like to build medieval things, I think you might wanna check this one out. I know for sure that I'll be doing more, and on my community servers, I think we're gonna be adding it around Ragnarok just to have something new when that map releases, because unless they do a surprise, I don't think we'll be getting any new building structures with Ragnarok, although I would really like it. you know, not like the Frontier set and the Steampunk and the Wastelands we've got so far, but seems to be reserved for the Bob DLCs and the actual main story map. So I would really like another skin, but I guess a mod like this might be even better because there's so many cool options in here, and I think Ragnarok is going to be a perfect fit. But then again, Astrea is actually also a pretty good fit for this mod. So this is the one build that I've done so far, but I did want to show you a few more pieces that I think are really, really cool and unique and kind of show a lot of promise, I think, for what is to come. We have the windmill structure, which actually generates power for you. So if you want to do a medieval build and you want to use it as your survival base, you can actually generate power without having to do all the ugly main structures that are in the game. And I believe that the mod maker has already said that he will be working, or at least looking into making more of these structures you need for survival available as part of the mod as well, which I think is really cool, because I would love to do like a full playthrough where I don't need the main structures anymore and I can just use these variants of it, because yeah, I hate when you build like a very cool themed base and then you still have to have your main structures for survival in there, and it kind of ruins the whole the whole vibe. We also have the water wheel, which also looks really, really cool. Definitely makes it well worth it to build next to like a little river, because this thing is so cool. And both of them just really add a lot of life, I think, to your build. So I can't wait to introduce the water wheel somewhere here. That's definitely going to be easy. And I also definitely want to find a way to introduce a windmill very, very soon, because it's so cool. We need to have it. And then there's actually a bunch of other cool things. You've got these ones, these archery targets, which, I mean, they look really cool already, right? But the unique thing about these is that all of these different regions you can see are actually different regions. So it registers what place... Oh, that's a bullseye. That's actually pretty cool. So it registers which region you hit. What you can do is, if you have like a hidden door or any normal door and you add a pin code to it, you can actually assign the pin code to one of these regions, and then you can hit the region to activate a door. So kind of like a keypad, but then much cooler and very fitting for the medieval time period. And you have a bunch of these different targets. So these are the bigger one, maybe the normal one for your like archery range. You also have one for the wall, and this one I think could be really cool to make like some fun traps or mazes for your friends that they have to try and escape from. You can literally build medieval escape rooms in ARK now. And then we have some of the cool lanterns. There's another one here as well that you can hang from the wall, which I think is really cool. You got an apiary for your bees, so as soon as you put the bee in here, it will close up and actually function as a proper structure. But it looks really, really cool, and yeah, I love that introduction. And then also a really cool thing is this barrel. And then you might be thinking, we already have barrels in the game. You'd be right, but this one, you can lock people inside and they will have to kind of wiggle around to escape. Unfortunately, there's no player to lock me in, so I can't actually lock myself in and escape. But yeah, you can see it wiggling, which I think is another really cool function of this mod. You could build, you know, a little cellar or a little dungeon, trap someone in a barrel, they need to escape, and then they find a bow and they need to shoot a target to escape the whole prison or whatever. I think there's definitely a lot of potential here, and if this is what is already available now at launch, I can't wait to see what will be available over time as he sees more feedback from the community actually using the thing. And I think he already has a bunch of ideas of what to add next. So I am very excited for the future of this mod, and I will definitely be doing plenty more cool medieval builds in the future. So yeah, let me know any suggestions of things that you would like to see me build using this mod, and I definitely think you should at least check it out. You can start with the free version, of course. You don't have to go premium right away. You can just just install the mod without having to buy it right away and play around with the structures, see if you like it. But yeah, I definitely like it. I love the way this little build turned out, and I'm very excited to use some of those other pieces as soon as possible. But yeah, for now, that is going to be it. Let me know if you want to see a full video on how to build this structure yourself. I do also have the stream available, but that's a little bit of a long watch. But yeah, feel free to if you really want to build this one yourself. But yeah, it was really fun to try this one out, and I will be back very soon with more builds using this mod. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hope to see you in the next video or stream. Goodbye.